Let's head to the court. Inside Pine City High School tonight for this matchup between the Isle Huskies and the Pine City Dragons. I'm Ethan Gilman here. I'll be bringing you the action from tonight's game. Of course, Pine City, well, they already completed one game so far this season, and that was last night against Onamia. They won that one 81-30. Pine City just kind of got on a roll there early. Ellie Haas opened up the scoring with a 3, and she really couldn't miss from long range last night. I don't think she had too many misses in that game alone. She was hot from the field, and she just stayed hot through that entire game. Of course, again, that score 81-30. The JV just finished playing up here. The Pine City JV, of course, they lost that one 26-43 against Isles JV. So we are awaiting the start of this varsity game here this evening, again, between the Pine City Dragons and the Isle Huskies. Now, Isle last year, they went 5-22 in the regular season. They scored, 44.5 points per game and allowed 60. Their 5 wins came against Hill City, McGregor, Silver Bay, and Uppsala, along with Renshaw. In the playoffs, they lost in the first round to Swanville, 68-53. Now, the last time that Isle was able to beat the Pine City Dragons, it's been a few seasons. It was in the 2015 and 2016 season when they beat the Dragons in Pine City 61-51. Isle in that season finished with a record of 12-14, and they lost in the opening round of the playoffs to East Central. And that same season, Pine City, they finished with a record of 14-13. They also lost in the first round to Rush City, 60-47. On over to the Pine City side, who is hosting tonight's game. Last year, they finished with their best regular season record at 24-2. An incredible season last year for Pine City Dragons. A lot of players setting a bunch of records. Lily Wilson, who set most of those records and now holds most of the Pine City girls basketball records. So you can look up in the record books and you'll see her name plenty in there for Pine City Dragon fans. Of course, last year's leading scorer was Ellie Haas for this Pine City team, and she again came out the gate firing last night against Onamia. They would beat in the first round of the playoffs last year Rush City. Then they would go on to face Melrose, and they would win that game as well. Then they went on to face Sauk Center in the playoffs, who they actually played in their regular season finale, and they lost that game 49-40. That one I was able to call that game, and man, it was such a close game. Pine City held the lead, then Sauk Center regained the lead, and Sauk Center held it for most of the game, and then all of a sudden Pine City stormed back, which they did quite a bit last season. They were able to come from behind and take the lead, and man, it was so close. Again, a low-scoring game for Pine City standards last year, and it was so close, but Sauk Center wound up pulling it out at the end, 49-40, and in the playoff game, it was a little more one-sided. Sauk Center wound up winning that playoff game 58-28 over the Dragons. Now, this Dragons lineup doesn't look too different from last year's. Of course, they returned their leading scorer, Ellie Haas. They also returned Meredith Calling and Sophie Lottie, who both came off the bench last season, and they both played very well. Sophie Lottie was a freshman last year, and man, she was the sensation last year. Everyone was kind of talking about her, and excited for her this season to see what she looked like, and she looked like she was back to her normal self from last year. Of course, she finished with 16 points in last night's game up in Onamia. Recap of last night's game again. Haas had 28 in that game. Lottie finished with 16. Chloe Lind finished with 11. Carly Jusak finished with 7. Meredith Calling with 7 as well. Maddie Berglund, she finished with 6 points coming off of 2 three-point attempts, if I remember correctly, as I'm looking at my notes from last night. It was 2 3-point attempts that she made to score her 6 points. And then LSL and Carissa Nassine both had 3 points in last night's game as well. So the Dragons, they started off hot on their opening night against Onamia, and they're looking to keep that momentum here in this game against Isle tonight. Of course, Pine City is 1-0. This is Isle's first game of the season, and they're looking forward to getting started. Of course, their JV They got the victory, 43-26 again over Pine City's JV team. And it was a good matchup. Their JV was a very good rebounding team. Whether that has anything to do with how good their varsity will be, or if it's a tell at all, it's going to be a game changer, I think, for the Isle Huskies here tonight. Now, I wasn't able to call any Isle Husky games last year, so this will be my first, and I'm looking forward to it. But I did have the pleasure of calling most of the Pine City boys and girls basketball games last year, and that was extremely fun. I'm excited just to be back out here calling games. Of course, last night was the first one of the season of many for WCMP. We have a lot more coming at you today and tomorrow. Looking at the streaming schedule, it looks like tomorrow we're going to have, or tonight, excuse me, we have girls basketball, Bram versus East Central. Then we'll have some girls hockey. Pine City will take on Prairie Center. Of course, that is the girls hockey inaugural home game of the year. So girls hockey is back in Pine City, and of course they're playing tonight over at the Civic Center. In other girls basketball action tonight, Bram again will host East Central. In more hockey action, the Mora boys host Ashland tonight, and the Mora boys basketball team is hosting Zimmerman tonight, and you can watch all of those on WCMPradio.com. That is where they will be streaming live. I'll try to get you some updates from those games as we go through this game here between Pine City and Isle. Again, I'll get you as much as I can through this game. We're just about set to start. We're about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off here in Pine City. We'll take a commercial break. We'll hear word from our fine sponsors. We'll get the starting lineups, and then we should be set for this game here in Pine City. You're listening to girls basketball on WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy. With early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Back inside Pine City High School, I wanted to get you an update real quick on some of the games that are going on around WCMP listening area. The Pine City girls hockey team scored first on the Blue Devils, so their inaugural game in Pine City, they get the first goal and they lead 1-0 in the Mora Malacca Co-op hockey game against Ashland. They lead early 4-0, so a big lead right now for the Mustangs there over Ashland. In the Bram East Central girls basketball game, Bram had the lead 3-0 the last time I looked, and Mora boys basketball game against Zimmerman was not yet underway, so they are getting a little bit of a later start, just like we are here in this game. Again, I'll try and keep you up to date on those scores as best as I can, as we're just about set to start this game. We're about 30 seconds from our opening introductions here, and then we should be underway in Pine City. Again, you're listening to girls basketball on WCMP.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality of food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get 80% lean ground beef for only $2.49 per pound. Get a 4-pound bag of navel oranges for just $3.99. Hot and fresh rotisserie chicken is $5.99. And boneless pork sirloin roasts are $1.69 per pound. Deals are good this week only while supplies last, so hurry into your local grocery store. Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank & Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getThere. Franzen Bank & Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Minnesota, it's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani, online at minnesotaequipment.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, a people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Back inside Pine City High School, we're just about set for tip-off here in this game. Your starting lineups here for the visiting Isle Huskies will be number 5, senior Tommy Spengler, number 15, senior Megan Van Buskirk, number 20, junior Gabby Perkio, number 21, Cadence Elling is another junior, and then sophomore number 23, Brooklyn Smith. For the Pine City Dragons, it'll be senior Ellie Haas, Sophie Lottie, sophomore Chloe Lind, freshman Carly Jusak, and junior Maddie Berglund. 18 minutes up on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinics North Lawrence has 24-hour access to care by calling 1-855-FAIRVIEW or your local clinic number. We're just about set for tip-off here in this game. At the center line is Elling and Lynn gets it to Lottie right away. And Haas will get a 3 off right away. No, a miss, but rebounded by Lynn. Then to Berglund, back out to Haas. Now on the left side to Lottie. Lottie, she'll shift back to the left. Then pass it over to Berglund, who will get the 3-point shot off, and she'll nail it. Maddie Berglund will get the first points of the game tonight, and it's a 3-pointer. So the Dragons lead 3-0 now over the Huskies. And it's a double team on the Husky player there. That is number 23, that was Smith. She got it off to Tommy Spengler, and she had double team on her as well, but it goes out of bounds off of a Pine City player, and it will remain Husky ball. Inbounding it is Spengler. She will inbound it here. That was Elling who inbounded it here to Spengler. Spengler was fouled, and she's going to go to the line early here in this game. So actually, they'll inbound it. Elling will inbound it here to Spengler. Spengler will look to pass it over here to Smith. Smith for 3. She's off the mark. It's rebounded here by Ellie Haas. Haas will take it up the court for the Dragons. Then she'll hand it off to Berglund. Berglund will shoot it over to Lottie to, that's Carly Jusak for 3, and Jusak nails the 3. Carly Jusak with a 3 here for the Pine City Dragons, and the Dragons lead 6-0 with 17 minutes left here in this first half. The pass down the court for the Huskies is taken away by Maddie Berglund. Now to Lind. Lind will put another 3-point shot up. That one's off the mark and rebounded here by Isle. That is Elling who rebounded it for the Huskies. He's trying to get up the court with it now. Gets past center court. She'll stop, look for someone to pass it to. She tries to pass it, but Lottie is right there, and she knocks it away, and that'll go out of bounds, but it will remain Huskies ball. Again, Pine City leads 6-0 over the Huskies right now with 16.5 left in this first half. Inbounding it is Elling. Elling looking. She'll finally get it in here to Smith. Smith get it back to Elling. And Elling for 3. Oh, it's just off the mark, but rebounded there nicely by Van Buskirk, and she'll get the first points for the Huskies on that one. It's 6-2. The Huskies trail. Lottie up the court with it now for the Dragons. She's looking to pass it off anywhere she chose. She gets it to Haas in the paint. Haas will get it up. Oh, it's off the front of the rim, but she gets her own rebound. And, oh, she was nearly fouled there, and that one's going to go out of bounds off of a Husky. So the Dragons will keep possession of the ball. Good job there by Ellie Haas to get her own rebound and then fight for that ball. Lynn will inbound it now for the Dragons. She'll inbound it out to Ellie Haas, who will drive it in and then pass it back out to Lottie for 3. Just off the mark, but it finds its way in. And Lottie, she'll get another 3-pointer on the board now for the Dragons. 9-2 their lead, and it's stolen away by Lottie. She'll get another point there. Lottie now with 5 points already in this game, and Isle's going to call a timeout here. While they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy, with early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Back inside Pine City High School, the timeout not quite over yet. But the Dragons do lead 11-2 over the Isle Huskies on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic, you can now find Dr. Raymond and Jenna Labine at the M Health Fairview North Branch location. Isle Huskies, their 2 points coming from the senior, Megan Van Buskirk, who was in the paint and just threw a little hook shot up and got it to fall. Leading the way right now for the Dragons is Sophie Lottie, who has 5. Already 3 3-pointers made here for the Dragons. And the Isle Huskies will take it up the court. Huskies trying to get it past half court. They do. Smith with the ball. She passes it over. Tries to Spengler, and it's taken away here by Lynn. Lynn with a soft lay-in, and it's in and up for 2. It's 13-2. The Dragons lead here in this one. Ooh, Spengler tried to get the pass there from Elling, and it goes way back to the back of their court. Smith now will pass it deep into Huskies' offensive territory. She tried to get it to Elling, but that one was just high. She couldn't quite come down with it, and there will be a turnover, and the Dragons will take the ball back. Lynn will inbound it here to Lottie. Lottie, she'll take it up the court. She'll stop at the three-point line, then drive into the paint. She puts up a shot. It's no good, and it's rebounded here for the second. It was by the Huskies, and then Lynn takes it away. But then Lynn's going to get called for a travel as she was on the ground trying to keep possession of the ball. Inbounding it now for the Huskies is senior Spengler. She gets it in here to Smith. Smith back to Spengler. Spengler, oh, she tried to get it to Elling, and it's stolen away by Lynn. Lynn in the paint now. She puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebounded here by Carly Jusak. She still has it, and I think they're going to call a jump ball there. So jump ball is the call. Possession arrow favoring the Huskies. And Spengler will inbound it to Elling. Elling back over to Smith, and that one's stolen away by Lottie. Lottie at the far side on the three-point line. She'll take a second look at it. Oh, and then she misses. Rebounded there by Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas tries to put up a shot. It's no good, but she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2. This Dragon defense hungry for that ball tonight. They've got already a couple turnovers just stepping in front of these passes that they're forcing Isle to lob. Doing a good job tonight. Ellie Haas at the line to shoot 2. Haas's first shot is up. No good. Haas's first free throw of 2 is up and no good, so we'll get a shot at the second one here. And this one is up, and this one is good. So Haas gets her first points of the game on a free throw. She goes 1 and 2 from the line. Spengler with it now. She gets it over to Smith, and Smith gets it back to Spengler, and there's a whistle. I think it's on the Huskies. I didn't quite see what the call was. Nonetheless, the Dragons will take possession of the basketball. Lynn will inbound it here for the Dragons. Lynn will get it to Carly Jusak. Jusak will get it in the paint to Ellie Haas. Ellie Haas puts up the hard shot in the paint. She misses. It's rebounded here by Spengler for the Huskies. Spengler up the court quickly with it for Isle. And that is just absolutely stolen right out of her hands by Haas. She gets it to Lottie. Lottie off the front of the rim. It's no good. Put back by Haas. It's no good. She gets the rebound again. That one's knocked away from her hands as she rebounded it. It's out of bounds off a Husky, so the Dragons will keep possession. 14-2 here is the score. Dragons lead over the Isle Huskies. Calling, and Nassim will check in for Jusak and Berglund. Lynn looking for anyone to inbound it to. She does to Lottie right in the paint. Oh, and she's going to get a chance for a three-point play. Lottie drove to the basket, put up the layup, and was fouled on her way up, so she's going to get a chance for a three-point play here. 16-2, the Dragons lead. With just under 14 and a half minutes left in this first half. And Lottie cannot quite complete the three-point play. She misses on the free throw. And the Huskies will have it right back. Oh, that one's stolen right back by Lottie, and she'll make up for that missed free throw and score another 2 there. It's 18-2. Dragons lead. Up the court with it is Spengler. And that one's knocked away by that was Lind, and Lind will get it up to Lottie. Lottie to Haas. Haas will back up with it and put it in, up and in for 2. It's 20-2. The Dragons lead. Huskies right now having a hard time getting it past half court, and they'll get, nearly stolen away again by Lottie. Smith trying to get past that Dragon defense. But she gets the foul called on Lottie, and they'll keep possession. Spengler will be set to inbound it here for the Huskies. She'll inbound it to Elling. Elling has it, guarded well, and then she tries to get it back here to Smith. Smith, that one is tapped out of bounds. They're going to call it out of bounds on Isle. Inbounded by Lind here to Lottie. Lottie will get it back here to Nassine on the near side. Nassine will pass it off to Calling on the far side. And now Haas has it, and she'll drift back here to the middle. Pass over to Nassine. Near side to Lottie. To Calling now in the corner. She'll pass it to Lind in the paint. Get it out to Haas for the 3. In and out. No good. Rebounded here by Spengler. Spengler up the court with it. She'll get it over to Smith. Smith looks at the 3. She takes it. It's long. No good. Rebounded here by Calling for the Dragons. Lind deep down into the paint for Haas, and Haas couldn't quite corral it. Haas just off of her fingertips and could not grab it. Checking in now is Ella Sell for Sophie Lottie. Inbounding it is Spengler to Smith. Smith will take it up the court. And she'll stop, pass it back to Spengler. Spengler, she'll stop and get it. Oh, that one's tipped, taken away by Haas. Or that's Calling up the middle into the paint for Lind, and Lind will get it to fall. So Lind with another 2 points there, and it's 22-2, Dragons lead. Spengler with the ball now for the Huskies. Spengler trying to get it past half court. She can. It's taken away by Ellie Haas, and that was an easy 2 points there for Ellie Haas. It's 24-2. Smith up the court with it. She's double teamed again. That one goes out of bounds. They're going to call it off of Smith. 24-2, the Dragons lead over the Isle Huskies. LSL has it now for the Dragons. She'll pass it over to the near side corner to Nassine, all the way back over to Calling now. Now in the corner on the far side to Ellie Haas for 3. She can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Meredith Calling. She'll put it up and in for 2. Calling her first points of the game here. 26-2, the Dragons lead. Their defense just right now is absolutely suffocating this Isle Husky offense. With it is Smith. She'll get it over to, that is Van Buskirk. And then Smith will take the 3. It's no good. Rebound attempted by Nassine, but she couldn't quite corral it. It goes out of bounds and off of her fingertips. So the Huskies will keep possession of the ball. 12 minutes left here in this first half, and the Dragons lead 26-2. Haas and Lind check out. And that is so Berglund and Jusak will check in. Inbound pass was tipped and went back out of bounds. Last touch by a Pine City player. And Buskirk looking for anyone to get it to. She has the only points for the Huskies tonight. That one is tipped and stolen away by Calling. Calling will slow things down here for the Dragons. She'll pass it here to Nassine. That is Sell in the near side corner. No good. Rebounded here by the Huskies. Oh, excuse me. Isle takes it up the court now. Smith has it. She's trying to set up her offense for a play. Calls out the play. Drifts to the far side. Gets it over here to Remmer. Remmer trying to find anywhere to go with it, trying to find a lane to open up. It's not. Great defense there by Nassine. Nassine now all over her case, and she just tries to pass it off, but it's stolen away. That is Ella Sell, has an open lane to the basket. It's up and good. Ella Sell with her first points of the game, and it's 28-2. And we're going to get a timeout called here, I believe, by the Huskies. And while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're listening to basketball right here on WCMP.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with the mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank. We make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Back inside Pine City High School, the Dragons lead 28-2 over the Isle Huskies on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview North Branch Urgent Care has extended its hours from noon to 8 p.m. weekdays and from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday. Thank you to M Health Fairview. Out of this timeout now that the Huskies called. Inbounding it for them will be Megan Van Buskirk, who has the only points for them tonight. She'll look to inbound it. She's looking Smith's way, and then she just throws it that way. Oh, I think Berglund got a hand on it, and she did, and she'll be the last one who touched it before it went out of bounds. So Huskies will keep possession. Huskies struggling tonight to get past this Dragon defense. They're struggling especially to get past half court, but they finally have the last couple of possessions. This one is put up, and Shoek misses on her three-point attempt. Lottie to Nassine, to Berglund, back to Nassine for three. That one's off the mark, no good. Rebounded here by Van Buskirk for the Huskies. Van Buskirk's going to get fouled there by Lottie. That's her first foul, or second foul, I should say, of the night. Van Buskirk will inbound it here, looking, trying to find someone. Oh, that one's nearly stolen away, but grabbed in here by Remmer. Remmer gets it off to Smith. Smith now double team, gets back to Remmer. Remmer struggling to get past half court. She does. She dribbles right through the double team into the paint, puts up a shot, and it is off the mark. No good. Rebounded there by, I cannot see the number. That's Carly Jusak. Jusak will get the rebound there for the Dragons. One of 5 players on their varsity that is at least 6 foot tall. Inbound here is to Lottie. Lottie stops at the three-point line, gets it to... Now Haas has it and puts it up and in for 2. Smith has it for the Huskies, getting it up past half court. That went through the hands of Remmer, but then taken in here by Shoek. Shoek tries to get a pass off. It's no good. And, that's Berglund who will have it. She'll get up to LSL, and LSL will score again. 32-2, the Dragons lead with 10 minutes left here in this first half. Oh, and Ellie Haas had the right idea. She wanted to step in front of that one and take it to the basket, but just off of her fingertips, and it went straight out of bounds. So the Huskies will retain possession. Big substitution here for the Huskies as they sub in about 4 players. Huskies up the court with it now. And that it passes to Spengler. She keeps it alive somehow, and Perkio has it. She's off the mark, rebounded, I thought, by Ellie Haas for just a moment, but I think she's going to touch it last, and it went out of bounds off of her. Inbounding it will be Elling. Elling looking, trying to find anywhere to get it to. Perkio gets it, but it is a jump ball. That possession arrow is favoring Pine City, and Pine City will get the ball right back as they lead 32-2 over the Isle Huskies. Lynn will check in. She'll check in for LSL. LSL, who has 4 points in the game here tonight. Lottie will take it up the court here for the Dragons. She'll stop, pass it over to the far side to Lynn for 3. Oh, in and out. Lottie with the rebound. She'll put it back and in for 2. 34-2 is the score. Up the court with it here for the Huskies is Shoek. Shoek, good defense by Berglund. She tries to get a block set up by Spengler. It's no good. Lind steps in front of that pass intended for the freshman Mallory Van Buskirk. And it's knocked out of bounds by Pine City. So now Spengler, the senior, will get a chance to inbound here for the Huskies. She inbounds it to Shoek. Shoek, oh, she can't find the ball. She lost it and could not find it. Lottie has it. Berglund for 3. Drains it. Berglund for 3. 37-2. Huskies back up the court with it. That's Shoek. Shoek trying to find somewhere to get it to. She does. She gets it to Mallory Van Buskirk. That one's stolen away by Lottie. Lottie, open basket. It's good. 39-2. Dragons defense just suffocating this Isle offense right now. Shoek with it. She tries to get it into Van Buskirk. That's not going to happen because Linda's right there. She gets it up to Ellie Haas, who has the open lane to the basket. Layup is up and in for two. 41-2 is the score right now. And the Isle Huskies are going to call another timeout here. And we'll take another quick commercial break. Hear a word from our sponsors here. You're listening to Basketball on WCMP.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality of food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get 80% lean ground beef for only $2.49 per pound. Get a 4-pound bag of navel oranges for just $3.99. Hot and fresh rotisserie chicken is $5.99. And boneless pork sirloin roasts are $1.69 per pound. Deals are good this week only while supplies last, so hurry into your local grocery store, Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
Timeout not quite over just yet. Got about 20 seconds left in this timeout. But the Dragons lead 41-2 on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic's North Branch, that for your convenience have same day and evening appointments. Again, 41-2, the Dragons lead. In this first half, the buzzer has sounded. And we are out of the timeout. Isle did call the timeout, so they will get possession here. Up the court with it is Shoek for the Huskies. Shoek, she'll make a move and drive into the lane. She found an opening. She stops on the near side, tried to get it in to Perkio. She can't get it. Lynn with the rebound. She gets up to Lottie. Lottie almost too fast to the basket. She almost missed, but she gets it in. She gets it to fall. It's 43-2. Shoek up the court with it again for the Huskies. And she gets past one defender. Now Lynn guarding her. She's trying to get around her. She can't. Very good defense here by the Dragons. That one's knocked away and taken away by Lind. Lind up the court with it. She'll put up the shot and somehow get it to fall. Lind, I don't know how, but she had two defenders right in her face, and she still managed to get that shot to fall. 45-2. Shoek with it. She gets it in here to Perkio. Perkio will take it back out now. Will dribble up to the top of the key. Oh, it goes right off her foot. Oh, and unfortunately it does cross that half-court line. That's going to be an over and back. And the ball will go to the Dragons. Lind is set to inbound it here for the Dragons, as they lead 45-2. Under 7.5 minutes left in the first half. Lind inbounds it here to Maddie Berglund. Now she passed it here to LSL, back to Berglund, to Nasine, to the near side corner, Jusak. Jusak to Nasine in the paint to Lind. Lind back out to Berglund, to LSL in the far side corner, back to, that was Berglund, now back to LSL, and that's going to be an over and back, and Isle will get possession. The pass from Sell to Berglund just a little strong. So Isle will get the ball. Inbound here to Smith. He's trying to get past LSL. LSL with very good defense. Smith just can't get past her. Almost taken away by Berglund, but instead Van Buskirk's going to go to the rim. It's no good, but she got fouled on the way up, so she's going to get a chance to add on to her point total tonight, as she's the only one who has scored so far for the Huskies. 45-2, Dragons lead. Senior Megan Van Buskirk at the line. Her first is up off the front of the rim, no good. Now she'll get set up for her second. This one is up and off the back of the rim, but she gets a kind roll as it rolls off the front and in. 45-3, the Dragons lead. as Van Buskirk is able to get one of the free throws to fall. Berglund with it now for the Dragons. She gets it to Ella Sell. Sell looking to pass off. She instead drives into the paint, passes it out to Berglund for three. It falls! Maddie Berglund. She'll get a three. She has 9 points on the night. Smith up the court with it now for the Huskies. Stolen away for a moment by Ella Sell. It's out of her hands and nearly out of bounds, and they're going to say, I think she stepped on the line. Yep. So they're going to say she stepped on the line before throwing it back in bounds, and the possession will be back to Pine City. Karma Remmer will check in now for Tommy Spengler. Lind inbounds it here to Maddie Berglund. She's looking to drive. She passes it off to Carly Jusak on the far side for three. It's no good. Rebounded here by Perkio for the Isle Huskies. Now Smith has it up the court. Guarded well by Ella Sell. She makes a spin move, though, and she'll put it up. Oh, just strong. And she'll get the rebound, though, as it goes off a couple of Pine City defenders. She'll pass it on the far side here to Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk just puts up a shot. It's no good, just off the mark. And Jusak will rebound it here for the Dragons. Up the court now with it is Ella Sell. She'll pass it across court to Nassine, to Berglund. Back to Nassine in the near corner. It's no good. And rebounded here by Megan Van Buskirk. She'll get it up to Smith, who gets past half court. And that one's stolen away by Berglund to Ella Sell. And Ella Sell, free lane, and it's good. Ella Sell gets her 6th point of the night, and the Dragons lead 50-3. Smith with it for the Huskies, trying to make a move. Gets it to Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk puts it up. Oh, my goodness, just not a kind roll there. But putting it up and in is Gabby Perkio, the junior, and it's 50-5. Perkio will get more points on the board here for the Huskies. And now with it in their offensive zone are the Dragons. Sell will get it in the paint to Chloe Lynn. She puts it up and in for two. Lynn with another point added to her total, and it's 52-5. And we get a timeout called here. Timeout called here. And we'll take another quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to basketball on WCMP.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/getthere. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So a quick break there for these two teams as they're back out on the court, ready for some more action. With it is Smith, and she gets fouled there by Ella Sell. That'll be Sell's second foul of the game. Inbounding it for the Huskies will be Shoak. Back to Smith. Brooklyn Smith, the sophomore for the Huskies. Makes a spin move. Gets into the paint, puts up a shot. It's a nice shot, but it's just off the mark. Ellie Haas with the rebound for the Dragons. Ellie Haas quickly up the court with it here for the Dragons. She gets it to Nassine, to Berglund. Berglund will drive into the paint, pass it back out to Lottie. Lottie to LSL on the far side for three. Oh, it's in and out. Haas with the rebound, though. She gets it. No good. She gets the rebound again, and she'll get it to fall this time. Ellie Haas will extend the Dragon lead 54-55. Or 54-5, I should say, rather. Brooklyn Smith with it now for the Huskies. She passes it off here to Caitlin Shoak. Shoak tries to drive into the paint, tries to get around her defender. She gets to the far side now. Thought about putting up a shot, then she passes it off. Ooh, maybe a bad idea as it's taken in here by Nassine. She'll pass it in to Ella Sell, who gets it to fall for two. 56-5, the Dragons lead. And we're going to get a substitution. Brooklyn's maybe? I'm not sure. we're gonna get a technical foul here on the Huskies. I'm not sure why. I'm trying to listen in. I think the refs are gonna converge and talk about it. I think they're going to forgive her. The ref didn't hear her saying that she was substituting in, and they're going to forgive her. Good job there by the refs to get together and talk about it. That's always good for them to at least get together and talk about it, because you never want to give a technical just because you weren't able to hear her, or she was a little too quiet, whatever it may be. I'm glad they got together and talked about it and reversed their call of the technical. Either way, Spengler had it. She misses, and the Dragons will have it back now inside their own offensive zone. Haas to Berglund for three. Oh, my goodness. It was about halfway down before it came out. Bellotti gets a rebound and puts it back up and in for two. My goodness, the rim tonight has not been kind to the Dragons. It was last night up in Onamia. It seemed like the rim was just saying, here you go, take the gift, and now it's stolen away by LSL. Ooh, she couldn't quite corral it. It goes out of bounds. LSL with a great hustle there. Couldn't quite corral it before it went out of bounds. Go back to the Huskies. As I was saying, Onamia's rim last night for the Dragons was just so kind. It give them everything they wanted. Checking in will be Carly Jusak and Chloe Lind for Maddie Berglund and Carissa Nassine. Or I apologize, not Nassine. It will be LSL who will check out instead. Spengler will pass it in here to Shoek. Shoek takes it into the paint just inside that three-point line. Oh, it's no good. Rebound. Oh, nearly rebounded by Perkio, but she falls to her knees and it goes off of one of those knees and out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Dragons. The Dragons last night, they scored 48 in the first half, blowing away that total here in this one as they score 58 and holding Isle to 5. Lottie has it. Pass it to the near side to Nassine. Back to Lottie. Lottie's going to drive into the paint. Pass it out far side to Carly Jusak for three. She nails it. Carly Jusak, her second three of the night. It's 61-5. Up the court with it is Shoek here for the Huskies. Oh, she's going to get... I think they're going to say it's a carry. So she's going to get called for the carry, and it's going to be a turnover back to the Dragons. Lottie gets the inbound pass here from Lind. Lottie passes it in the paint to Haas, and that might not have been the best idea as it's stolen away by the Huskies. Up the court with it for the Huskies is 11, Karma Remmer. And then the three-point try for the Huskies is no good. Rebounded. Oh, my goodness, what an athletic play there by Spengler. Diving for that ball, trying to save it. Just out of her reach. I think they said she just touched. I mean, it would have been a fingernail if she did. Good hustle play, though, there by Spengler. Now with it is Lottie in the paint. Pass it to Lind. Lind, she'll drive into the paint and pass it out to Ellie Haas. Haas for three. She gets that one to fall. Haas struggled from early from three-point range, but she gets that one to fall. That's her first three-pointer of the night. Shoek with it now for the Huskies. She stops, thought about taking the shot, and then it's just stolen away by Jusak. Jusak just watched it, and she just stole it away. Oh, and then she misses on the layup, but good for her. Her teammate Lottie's there to steal it right back. She gets fouled on her way up. She'll go to the line and shoot two. Lottie sets up for her first of two. Lottie's first one is up. No good. A little strong on that one. So Lottie no good on her first free throw attempt. She'll get another chance here on her second. And Lottie's second one is good. So Lottie hits one of two there. And it's 65-5. Shoek with it here for the Huskies. Up the court. Guarded well by Nassine. She looks to get a block, but Nassine stole it away. Gives it to Carly Jusak. Jusak with the layup. It's in and good. Jusak with the lay-in. 67-5. Under 30 left here in this first half. Oh, stolen right back here by Nasine. Nasine going to stop, try to get it to Jusak. She does, and Jusak will put it right back up and in for 2. 69-5, and that is going to be the end of the first half. The Dragons with a absolutely convincing lead here over the Huskies, 69-5 as we end this first half. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors, and I'll try and get you an update from those other games going on in the WCMP listening area. Of course, this game at halftime, 69-5, the Dragons lead over the Huskies. You're listening to girls basketball on WCMP.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear & Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear & Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear & Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, a people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
It's time for a basketball broadcast here on WCMP. Let's head to the court.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
Back here, we're at halftime between the Dragons and Huskies. The Dragons lead 69-5. An update for you from the Pine City listening area. The Pine City girls hockey team having a good outing on their inaugural season in their inaugural home game. They lead right now 4-0. That one is nearing the end of the second period. So a good outing here for the Pine City girls hockey team in their inaugural game of their inaugural season. So good for them there. In other girls basketball action, the Bram girls are over East Central right now, 27-12. That game is at halftime as well. In basketball action, the Mora boys are up over Zimmerman right now, 27-17. That one is nearing the first half ending, so they're close to halftime. And then in boys hockey, the Mora Mustangs right now have the lead over Ashland, 6-1. I was not able to get what period they were in, but they do have the lead nonetheless. I would assume they're either in the second or close to the ending of the second period, as the time currently sits at 8 p.m. right now. But in this game, the Dragons, man, they again came out and just absolutely took control early. They started out with scoring on a three-pointer, and the Huskies actually answered pretty quickly with a 2-point of their own. Megan Van Buskirk, the 5'7" senior, she went down court and scored quickly as she got a nice little layup, and then it was an onslaught of points for the Dragons from that point on. I mean, my goodness, Sophie Lottie leads the way right now for the Dragons in scoring. I mean, she couldn't miss, but I think more to talk about than that is this Dragon defense. They only allowed 5 points. 5. Yeah, you're not hearing that wrong. 5 points in that first half. I mean, I don't even remember how long it was before Isle scored, but it was a while. Pine City went on a 30-plus point run before allowing Isle another point after they scored their first 2. So it's going to be interesting to see what Isle's able to do to combat that, because it looked like they were able to do that there later, close to the end of that first half, as they were actually scoring. They actually scored 3 more points. Van Buskirk got to the foul line and hit 1 of 2, and then number 20, Gabby Perkio, the 5'9" junior, scored 2 of her own in the paint, and that was a beautiful play as she was guarded well by Pine City, but she just put up a nice little shot and got it to fall. And it looked like Isle, their defense, got a little bit tired in that first half, but their offense looked like it found a spark late, because early in that first half, they couldn't even get past half court because Pine City defense was just so suffocating. But later on, that defense started to soften a little bit, and Isle was able to find their way through and able to get it into their zone and able to pass it around quite a bit and find some open spots. And so I think they might have something cooking here for this second half. We'll have to wait and see. We'll take another commercial break. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors, and then I'll give you what I think each team is going to have to do to get the victory here tonight. Again, you're listening to girls basketball right here on WCMP.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy, with early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley, providing you with the highest quality of food for your family. This week at Daggett's, get 80% lean ground beef for only $2.49 per pound. Get a 4-pound bag of navel oranges for just $3.99. Hot and fresh rotisserie chicken is $5.99. And boneless pork sirloin roasts are $1.69 per pound. Deals are good this week only while supplies last, so hurry into your local grocery store. Daggett's Fresh Foods in Hinckley.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. But you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Just about set for the second half to start. We're about 45 seconds away, so I'll try and get quickly through my keys to this game. I think for Pine City, just keep doing what you're doing. Now, I don't see any reason for you to change up the game plan unless you want to just kind of take your time now and waste some time away, as you do have a big lead. Of course, don't let Isle complete an insane comeback, but just do what you're doing. Keep your offense rolling, but maybe take some extra time off the clock while you're running down the court. For Isle, they seem to have found something that was working for them there at the end of that first half. So I think what they're going to have to do, I think they wanted to play it a little bit slower, but I think they're going to have to speed things up. They're going to have to get that ball past half-court line quickly, because once they're in their offensive zone, they actually do pretty well at moving the ball around and getting some open shots for their teammates. So we'll have to wait and see what they do to try and get some more points on that scoreboard. Of course, that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard showing 18 minutes up on the clock. M Health Fairview Clinics with convenient on-site pharmacy in North Branch that includes drive-up service and mail order. So you hear that whistle, and Isle will inbound it here. Getting it is Remmer. Remmer, she'll pass it off here to Smith. Smith has it now for the Huskies. She'll get it, tries to get it over there to Elling, and that one's taken away by Haas to Berglund to... That's Jusak, excuse me, who puts it up and in for two. 71-5, the Dragons lead. Smith up the court with it now for the Huskies. Gets it over to Spengler. Oh, that's off her fingertips and stolen away by Sophie Lottie. She's up and in. Oh, she missed on it. If my words will cooperate with my mouth. Sometimes you're just too open. Smith puts up a prayer, but oh my goodness. Brooklyn Smith from downtown hits the three-point shot and nails it. 71-8. Great shot there from Brooklyn Smith. Ellie Haas has it now for the Dragons on the other side of the court as I move the camera that way. Haas back with it after a couple passes. She gets it over to the far side to Jusak. Jusak will get it in the paint to Lind. Back out to Lottie on the near side corner. It's up. Oh, no good. It rolls off the front and out. No good. And Isle will have it right back. Smith will take it back up the court. Maybe we'll see put up another three-point shot. She gets it over to Spengler. Spengler, she will put up a shot. Oh, and it's just off the mark. Just off the mark. That was close. They were close to getting yet another three-pointer. And Lottie will have it. She'll get it over to Lynn for three. That one's no good as well. Rebounded here by Spengler for the Huskies. She'll get it up the court quick. She looks to drive it into the paint. Oh, that one's blocked, but out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. Spengler seen something that I didn't. I thought that was a bad shot selection, but instead she gets the block to go out of bounds, so that was a good choice by her, and she gets the inbound pass there from Elling. And now putting up a shot is Smith, and she'll miss on that one, and it's out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Dragons. Lynn set to inbound this pass here to Lottie, as she does. Lottie will jog it up the court. She'll pass it off here to Ellie Haas. Haas over to Lynn on the far side corner for three. She instead drives into the paint. Now over to Haas. Haas in the paint to Jusak. Jusak to Lottie in the paint. Now out to the near side. Three for Berglund. No good. Rebounded here by Spengler of the Huskies. She'll take it up the court. She'll stop and pass it over to Smith. Smith, that's off her fingertips, but she gets it. She corrals it on the near side now. Looking anywhere. Pass it in the paint here to Perkio. Perkio loses possession just for a split second. Then Remmer has it. I think they're going to say, let me see here. I think you're going to call it a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Dragons. Lottie gets that inbound pass there from Lind. She'll have it. She'll fake it one way, but then pass it to Lind. Lind to Berglund. Back to Lind. Back to Lottie. All the way over to Haas, who's in the paint. Passes it out to Lind. Lind for three. Nope, can't get it to fall, but it's rebounded by Lottie. Lottie in the paint. to Jusak. Jusak with the hook shot. No good. Rebounded by Lind. Lind can't get it to fall, and it's rebounded here by the Huskies. Elling. Oh, Lottie with the block. Her long arms just got in the way, and she'll put up the shot. It's in for 2. Lottie, a beautiful block there. And extends this Dragon lead 73-8. Shot is no good. Rebounded here by Berglund, but it's stolen away by Elling. Now to Smith. Smith puts up the 3. Oh, just off the mark. That one's going to be rebounded here by Lind. Lind to Berglund. Berglund, she's one-on-one. Now she's get some help, but the pass to Ellie Haas, it's off the mark just a little bit, but she gets the kind roll, and it's in for 2, 75-8. The Dragons lead. Smith, she'll take things a little bit slower, slow down the pace just a tad before passing it over here to Elling. Elling back to Smith. Smith in the paint now to Remmer. Remmer, oh, she tried to pass it to Spangler, stolen away by Lottie. Lottie, she'll pass it over to Berglund. Berglund in the paint, back to Lottie, up and in for 2. Lottie leading the way now with 20 points here tonight. Pass from Smith to Elling. Elling back to Smith at the top of that three-point line. Back to Elling. Elling for 3. She drains it. Elling gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's 11-77 now. The Huskies trail. Nice shot there from Elling. The Huskies are taking a couple more chances on these three-point shots. They might be a little farther than they would want and have some defenders in their face, but they don't care. They're taking the shots, and they're getting them to fall. Lind with the pass into the paint to Haas. Haas somehow gets it up and over all of the defenders' arms and gets it to fall for 2. It's 79-11. Up the court with it is Smith for the Huskies. Over to Elling. Elling gets a double team, and I think they're going to get the foul there on Maddie Berglund. So as Elling was driving, she got fouled there by Berglund. Checking in for the Dragons is Nassine and Sell, in for Jusak and Lind. Remmer checks out for the Huskies, as does Spangler. Smith with the inbound pass. Elling with the pass back, gets it off for 3, but it's no good. Lottie with the rebound here for the Dragons. She'll slow things down as she passes center court. Now to Nassine. To Berglund in the corner, back to Nassine, back to Lottie, excuse me. Now to Ellie Haas in the paint. Berglund on the near side corner to Haas, back to Berglund. She'll shoot up the 3, off the mark, rebounded by Lottie. Lottie will put it back up and in for 2. 81-11, the Dragons lead. They now have amassed the total of last night's game. Elling for 3, just off the mark, no good. Oh, and her teammate couldn't quite grab it in. That was Mallory Van Buskirk, just off her fingertips and out of her reach, out of bounds. Goes back to the Pine City Dragons. Berglund with it. Pass it over to Lottie. Lottie, pass it to Nassine in the corner for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Lottie. Came all the way to the opposite side to get that rebound. Lottie with the pass back from Berglund. Lottie to Haas in the paint. Back to Nassine for 3. She nails it! Carissa Nassine, those are her first points of the night, and she nails it for 3, 84-11. Smith has it now, and then that one's stolen away by Lottie. Lottie to Berglund in the paint. That's up and good. Maddie Berglund. 86-11, the Dragons lead. Smith puts up the shot. Oh, it's just off the mark. No good. Rebounded by who else? It's Sophie Lottie. Lottie, she'll take her time. Pass it up to LSL, to Ellie Haas in the paint. Back to LSL for 3. No good, off the mark. It's Sophie Lottie again with the rebound, but she is just off the mark with the layup, and it's no good. Rebounded there by the Huskies' Perkio. Smith up the court with it now. Over to Perkio, and Elling will have to take it in, but that one's taken away by the Dragons. Now with it is Maddie Berglund. She'll pass it to Nassine. Nassine will pass it back to Berglund on the near side corner to Haas. Haas back to Nassine. Back to Haas in the corner. Back to Nassine. To the top to Sell. All the way on the opposite side to Berglund. To Lottie in the paint. Back to Haas. Now to Nassine for 3s. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded here by Brooklyn Smith for Isle. Smith takes it up the court. Looks for someone to pass off to. Ooh, she tries to get it to Shoek, and that's just off the mark. It'll be out of bounds, and that will be Dragons ball. Just under 11 minutes left on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. The Dragons lead 86-11. M Health Fairview Clinics Rush City with virtual clinic in the West Building, there to assist you Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Lind has that one nearly stolen away by the Huskies. She puts it up and in for two. Lind with the points there. It's 88-11. Smith takes it up the court now for the Huskies. She passes it off here to Van Buskirk. Mallory Van Buskirk's shot is no good. Rebounded there by Perkio, and she'll get the shot to go up and in for two. 13-88 is the score, and the Dragons do lead. Berglund with it now for the Dragons. To Nassim, back to Berglund. Berglund will pass it way across court to Sell. Sell for three. Off the mark. Rebounded here by Perkio for the Huskies. It's going to be, I thought it was a jump ball, but I think they're going to get a foul there on Carissa Nassim. So it will remain Husky ball. Checking out is Elling and Perkio. In is Elling and Lilladal. With it is Smith. Ooh, and then a shove there by Smith on Sell. But Sell does get the foul called on her, and I believe that is her third. Remmer, that is Leah Remmer, who will get the inbound pass here to Smith. Back to Leah Remmer, the freshman. She'll stop, pick up her dribble, try to pass it out to her teammate, who corrals it. That's Shoek. Shoek tries to get it off, but it's stolen away by LSL. LSL has a lane by herself. It's up and good. LSL for two, and it's 90-13. The Dragons lead here. Brooklyn Smith with it, guarded well. She gets it over to Leah Remmer. Remmer has that one, tapped away, but I think they're going to get a foul on the Dragons. That one's on LSL again, so that's her fourth foul now. So she's got to be careful not to foul out here. Leah Remmer looks for someone to inbound it to. She tries to inbound it to the closest. That's a Lilladal, and she gets it off, and then Smith will take a shot for three. It's good! Brooklyn Smith from three. She drains it. It's 16-90. Berglund up the court with it for the Dragons. To Nassim, to Jusak, back to Nassim, back to Berglund. Berglund thought about getting it over to Sell, but then she'll take it in the paint, pass it off to Jusak. Jusak in the corner, near side corner. Passes it to Maddie Berglund. Berglund, she'll drive into the paint, pass it to Jusak. Jusak to Sell, who's at the top of the three-point line. To Jusak, to Lind in the paint. Lind gets around a defender to Berglund on the far side for three. It's no good. Rebound here by the Huskies. That's Remmer, Leah Remmer, the freshman. And I think they're going to say she stepped out of bounds. So she was close to that boundary line, and unfortunately she did step on it. So possession goes back to the Dragons. 90-15 they lead. Under 8.5 to go here in this second half. Berglund with it. Gets it to Jusak. Jusak to LSL. Sell to Nassim. Nassim for three. That one's good. A line drive three-point there for Nassim, and it's 93-16. Smith up the court with it now for the Huskies. Ooh, that one was tipped by Sell, and it's going to remain Husky ball. Brooklyn Smith's pass was intended for Leah Remmer. Luckily, it was tipped by LSL, and it goes out of bounds. Remmer passes it in to Mallory Van Buskirk. She loses possession of it for just a second, and then it's stolen away here by Carissa Nassim. Nassim has it. She stops, waits for her offense to set up, then gets over to Lind. Lind fakes the three, gets it to Jusak in the paint. Oh, it's no good, but she gets her own rebound. She passes it out here to, I think that is LSL. And then Chloe Lind got the rebound, but she's going to get the foul called on her. And the ball will go back to the Huskies. Brooklyn Smith up the court with it here for the Huskies. She passes it into the paint to Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk will just turn around, take the shot, and it is no good, out of bounds, and it will be Pine City ball. Nassine will inbound here to Berglund. Berglund will just jog it lightly up the court. Pass over to Nassine. Nassine, to LSL. Nearly has that one stolen away to Jusak in the paint to Berglund. Back out to Lind for three. That one's off the mark. No good. Rebounded here by the Huskies. That is Shoek. Shoek protecting that ball. Trying to prevent the turnover. She just pushed up a shot. It's no good. Rebound here by Carly Jusak. Jusak will take it up the court swiftly. She'll stop and pass it over to Maddie Berglund on the far side. In the far side corner, it's LSL. LSL back to Berglund. Berglund looking, trying to think of somewhere to go with it. Gets it in the paint to Nassine. Nassine will just turn around and put up the shot, and it's in for two. 95-16, the Dragons lead. Brooklyn Smith, the sophomore, has it. Oh, and she nails it. I think that's worth, let's wait and see. That is worth three. So it's 18. I think it should be 19, but I will wait and see. But it's 18-95 right now. And then that is Lind for two. Back up the court with it is Smith. Over to Remmer. No good. Rebound here by Lind. 97-18 is the score. LSL back to Lind. Lind to Nassine. On the near side, she'll drive into the paint and then stop and has that one stolen away. Very nice job there by the Huskies. Brooklyn Smith has it. She stops just inside the three-point line, gets it to Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk back to Smith. Smith over to Shoek. Shoek just puts up a shot, no good. Lind with the recovery. And she's up the court with it. Now to Maddie Berglund on the far side, back to Lind. Lind will have it, and over to the near side now. Near side corner to Sell. Sell and Nassine back to Lind. Lind to Berglund. Berglund for three. Gets it! Berglund gets the three, and that will put Pine City up to 100 points on the night. A timeout is called, but I don't think the clock is supposed to be stopped. A timeout is called, but I don't think we're supposed to be stopping the clock. It's 100-18. Pine City leads after that three-pointer from Maddie Berglund. Berglund has 14 on the night. Here we are with Dragons leading 100-18. The Huskies have matched their point total there. Or excuse me, they have actually not matched it. They've gone over it. They've over tripled what they scored there in the first half, as they have 18 here in this second half. They scored 13 here in this second half. And now that I think about it yet again, they've doubled it, as they would need 15 to have tripled. I never have claimed to be a math major. Nonetheless, though, we're out of the timeout with just over 4.5 minutes left. The Huskies, Spengler will come back in. With it now is Shoek. Shoek at the middle. We'll get it here to Elling. Elling for three. Off the mark. And Lynn's just going to let it go out of bounds. And the ball will be back to the Dragons. Lynn will get it in here to Berglund. Berglund will just walk it up the court. She'll drive to the right, pass it to Nassine. Nassine to the top of that three-point line to Sell. Back to Jusak on the near side. Now into the near side corner to Nassine. Nassine will drive. And we're going to get a foul there on Isle. That foul is on Gabby Perkio, the junior. That is her fourth foul. Or no, I apologize. That is her second. Lynn will inbound the pass here for the Dragons. She'll get it to Jusak. Jusak will get it to Maddie Berglund. Berglund will drift to her right, looking to get a block from Lynn. She does. Pass it to LSL now in the near far side corner. It's Nassine. Nassine will stop in the paint. And she'll get the kind roll as it's up and in for two. Nasine will add on to the point total. It's 102-18. Dragons lead. Elling, oh, they're going to say she traveled. So turnover, and the ball is back to the Dragons. Lind inbounds it here to Berglund. Berglund she'll drive into the paint, pass it out to Nasine on the near side here. Nasine will drive into the paint, then pass it to Lind. Then to Berglund in the far side corner to Jusak in the paint. That one is nearly stolen away, taken back by Lind. Berglund at the three-point line. She'll drive to the paint, pass it over to Nasine. Nasine on the near side, pass it back far side to Chloe Lind. Chloe Lind for three. Drains it. Chloe Lind for three. It's 105-18. Under 2.5 now. Elling with a three-point shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Lind. 2.5 minutes left. It's 105-18 here. The Dragons lead on that M Health Fairview Clinic scoreboard. M Health Fairview Clinic Rush City provides scheduled lab and diabetic education appointments on site. With it is Berglund now for the Dragons. She passed it back to LSL, now to Jusak, to Nasine on the far side. She dribbles and passes it to LSL. All the way in the near side corner to Lind. Lind, she'll then take it back to her left to pass it to LSL. Back to Lind. Back to Berglund in the near side corner. Back to Lind. Lind back to Berglund. Berglund back to Lind. Lind over to Nasine. That one is stolen away there by Shoek. Shoek has a lane. She puts it up. Oh, it's no good. Rebound there by LSL. Good defense there by the Dragons at recovering, getting back on defense. And the ref himself is going to call time. And it looks like the Huskies are going to get some of their players who haven't been in a whole lot this game into the game. Of course, back in will be Brooklyn Smith, who has played nearly the entirety of this game. Berglund will pass back over to Nasine, to Sell, to Jusak in the far side corner, back to Sell. Now to Berglund on the near side. Back to Nasine, back to Berglund. Back to Nasine. I think they're just going to waste as much time as they can here. Lind now has it. Back to Berglund, back to Lind. Lind to Berglund, and that one is out of bounds, but that one's going to be last touched by Brooklyn Smith, the sophomore. She has been playing very hard here for the Dragons tonight, or excuse me, for the Huskies, has Brooklyn Smith. LSL will have it, and she'll pass it back to Berglund now. Dipping under 50 seconds left here in this game. Nasine has it. She'll drive and then pass it back to Maddie Berglund. Berglund will pass it to LSL on the far side, then to Jusak on the far side corner. Back to Sell. In the paint to Lind. Lind then will pass it to Nasine, to Berglund. And I think they might just try and waste all the time that's left. Jusak has it on the far side corner. And the paint to Nasine. Foul called. I believe that's going to be on the Huskies, and that should just about do it. 15 seconds left. Now 10. And I don't know if, nope, they won't go to the line. It'll just be an inbound, and all that the Dragons have to do is inbound it here, and that should be it. Inbound is to Nasine. One, that's it. The Dragons take all control tonight in this one, and they grab the victory 105-18. We'll take a break. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, I'll recap this game. I'll get you updates from those games going on around the WCMP listening area, and I'll tell you what's coming up next for WCMP broadcast schedule. Tomorrow, we have even more action coming your way. Again, you're listening to basketball on WCMP.
Minnesota. It's home. Hot summers at the lake, beautiful falls, snowy winters, and rainy springs. We experience it all. Make sure you're ready to handle whatever this state throws at you with help from Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Minnesota Equipment carries brands you love, like John Deere, Steel, Toro, Gravely zero-turn mowers, and Aaron snowblowers. Their helpful staff can not only get you the equipment you need, but can help you maintain it so it will last. Plus, they carry a full line of farm equipment. Minnesota Equipment in Isani. Online at minnesotaequipment.com.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
Reliance Financial is a full-service accounting and tax firm. They offer a broad range of services for both business and personal finance. They take pride in helping their clients achieve their financial goals. Reliance Financial can help you with tax planning and preparation, wealth management, and day-to-day accounting needs for your business. Whatever your financial needs are, reach out to the knowledgeable staff at Reliance Financial today. Locally owned and operated. Find them at rfinancial.org or 307-462-6991.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, because we know that this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Visit Essentia Health in Hinckley, Sandstone, or our new location in Moose Lake for all your care needs. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org today.
It's time for a basketball broadcast here on WCMP. Let's head to the court.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza Fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
The new year is here. It's the perfect time to trade out the old and bring in the new. That's the new furnace to keep you cozy warm for the rest of winter and for years to come. Aquarius Home Services, your local heating expert, is here to help with a fantastic New Year special. How does a new furnace for as low as $45 per month sound? That's right, as little as $45 per month. To learn more and schedule your free estimate, visit AquariusHomeservices.com today.
M Health Fairview Clinic in North Branch can help your entire family stay healthy, heal from illness and injuries, or manage complex health conditions. Specialties include family medicine, diabetes education, and physical therapy, with early morning appointments and 24/7 scheduling online or by phone. To schedule an appointment, call 185-FAIRVIEW or use MyChart. Urgent care is also available at North Branch Monday through Friday from noon till 8 and 9 to 5 on the weekends.
Back here inside Pine City High School, the Dragons get the victory over Isle, 105-18. Leading the way there for Isle was Brooklyn Smith. She had 8 points on the night. Then it was Gabby Perkio with 4, and Elling and Megan Van Buskirk both with 3. Leading the way for the Dragons was Sophie Lottie. She had well over 20 points there. I have her finishing with 24. Of course, I ran out of room on my score sheet, so that could not be extremely accurate. So I apologize if I am a couple points off on her point totals. And then Ellie Haas had 20, and then Maddie Berglund with 14, and Linda with 15. It was the Sophie Lottie show here tonight for the Pine City Dragons as she came out firing on all cylinders here, and she really led the way for the Dragons. And more than just scoring, she was out there on defense getting it done. She used her hustle to create a lot of turnovers for this Pine City offense, and I think that was a big key here to them scoring over 100 points in tonight's game. Of course, in other action here this evening, we have the Pine City Girls' inaugural hockey game in their inaugural season. They're winning right now 8-1, and that game is in the third period right now. The Bram girls are hosting East Central tonight. The Bram girls are leading right now, 49-24 in that second half. Also in boys basketball, the Mora Mustangs are hosting Zimmerman Thunder. The Mora boys are up in that game, 44-32. In other hockey action, the Mora boys hosting Ashland tonight. The Mustangs have the lead in that game in the third period, 7-2. That's the action around from the listening area from WCMP. Of course, we have more action coming your way tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. There's more action coming your way in these action-packed days. Of course, these are our first couple days back into winter sports after that 4-week break. Tomorrow we will have some more girls basketball action for you. The Bram Bombers will host Rush City. And then in boys basketball action tomorrow, the Pine City Dragons will host ESCO for their second game of the season. And then the Pine City boys hockey team, they will host Cambridge Isani tomorrow. Both of those Pine City games, the basketball and hockey games, will start at 3 p.m. I'll be back here in Pine City calling the basketball game against ESCO. Andrew Duvall will be on the call for that game. Pine City versus Cambridge, that hockey game. Again, the final score here in Pine City, 105-18 over the Isle Huskies. I'm Ethan Gilman. I want to give a huge shout out to all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring this, because without you, well, we can't come out here and do this. So thank you so much for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Again, thank you to all of our listeners who are listening. I know you can't, none of you, or some of you, I should say, not none, but some of you can't be out here watching these games. So we appreciate you tuning in online on YouTube, or maybe you're listening live online and maybe you're watching it on YouTube. Whatever you're doing, thank you so much for tuning in to not just my game, but all the games going on WCMP right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. It means a lot to us for you to be listening, and we are happy to be out here broadcasting these games to bring all this action toward you. Again, the final score here, Pine City over Isle, 105-18.